Namaskar, Namaste to all my friends in India and abroad. So today I again come live. The series which I have started yesterday was the first episode of the series Ego Trip in Astrology. And I'm talking about the basic thing which can be related to all the ascendant. Okay. So yesterday I have discussed about, based on ascendant, the ego trip of a person in Aries ascendant, and the second one Taurus ascendant. I have described that based on the Aries ascendant, their first house, all the things related to their first house is connected with their ego. And in case of Taurus, all the things connected to their 12th house is related to their ego. So the two options, two aspects I have discussed yesterday. Today I would be discussing on the next two ascendant, that is Gemini and Cancer ascendant. So the things which I would be sharing with you, this is very important part of astrology and your horoscope. Right now I'm not talking about any planet or any planetary combination. I'm talking about a blank horoscope. And based on blank horoscope, I'm only talking about ascendant. By simply considering the ascendant, how can we know that at which part of our life or which aspect of our life our ego is inflated, or we are on an ego trip, we become egoistic. Okay, so let's talk about Gemini ascendant. Gemini ascendant means Gemini zodiac sign in the first house. That is Gemini ascendant. Now, in case of Gemini ascendant, if you could imagine the blank horoscope, number 3 in the very first house. So where number 1 will come? Number 1 means Aries zodiac sign. It will come in 11th house. Okay, because when we count from 11th, 1, 12th is second, and then again first is Gemini. So in case of Gemini ascendant, Aries zodiac sign is placed in 11th house. I'm sorry. What is 11th house? 11th house. 11th house is our wishes, our likes, our goals, our achievements, our demands. Our dreams, our ambitions, our profit. So is a profit oriented house, 11th house. So in case of Gemini ascendant, their ego is connected with their aims, desires, goals, achievements, ambitions, profit, earnings, or what the profitable result. So their ego is connected with the 11th house. If they have certain desire, if they have wished something, if they have certain goals to achieve certain things or ambitions or dreams, they become very aggressive, bit violent also. Now, that is the elaboration, depending upon the other planets placed in 11th house. Right now, only Aries zodiac sign in 11th house in case of Gemini ascendant. So, they cannot tolerate, they cannot endure if anything gets altered related to their 11th. If their wishes are not fulfilled, they become aggressive. First of all, they are in full of determination and challenge accepting attitude to fulfill their wishes, desires, goals, achievements, ambitions. But if due to some reason their wishes, the desire, or the fulfillment of their wishes or desires is postponed, or somebody create problem, obstacle in their way, they become very aggressive, because their ego is at stake. Their ego is at stake. And wherever the Mars energy is there, we become stubborn, adamant. So in this 11th house, in case of Gemini ascendant, Mars energy is placed, because the lordship of Aries zodiac sign is Mars and fire. So these people, no doubt, they are very determined, always ready to accept challenge to fulfill their goals, and they are always successful. But because it is a matter of their ego, they think that if their wishes or desires or all the things related to the 11th house is not fulfilled, their existence is lost, their identity is lost. They connect their identity, their self, with their goals, achievements. So whatever may be the planetary combinations of a Gemini ascendant, but one thing is very clear and sure, that in case of Gemini ascendant, the ego trip is connected to their 11th house. They are egoistic with their wishes, with their desires, with their goals, achievements, business network, liquid cash. For example, if they have worked hard and they are supposed to get $100 by the end of day or by the end of week, and if they are getting $50 or $70, they will get pissed off. They will start fighting, because their ego is at stake, their self-image is at stake, their personality is at stake, as if something bad is happening to their personality if they are not getting what they deserve to get. So they will fight for it. They fight for the remaining $30. And things depend upon the position of Mars and the strength of Mars. If the Mars is very well placed and even the degree is good, comfortable, then they would achieve success. So they are very goal-oriented people. Hook or crook, win the race. Everything is fair in love and war. That kind of attitude Gemini ascendant carries, because it may be, there may be a reason or there may be a situation that they want to get married with a girl or the boy. That could be their goal, that could be their achievement or their desire. So they will try, they will give their 100% to fulfill their wishes or desires. So now the lesson to be learned: the existence has given Gemini ascendant Aries zodiac sign in 11th house. So for Gemini ascendant, they need to be very neutral attitude, or do the best you can do, but do not expect too much, because your violent energy will disturb your whole life. Not only your life, but the people with whom you are staying along, your family members, your relative, your brothers and sisters, your friends, they would get disturbed by your behavior. So one thing, as per the existence, you are provided with Aries zodiac sign in 11th house. So you have to be full of determination, ready to accept challenges, fight with fire energy, be very aggressive, but do not cross limit. Keep this thing in your mind, that you are simply the puppet in the hands of existence. You can only put effort, you can only put hard work. The result is not in your hand. So you need to control your Aries energy when fulfilling your wishes, your desires, your goals, your achievements, your ambitions, your profits, your liquid cash. That is your limit. To put effort 100%. That is your limit. And after that, relax, chill. Don't be violent. So this is a brief interpretation about the ego trip in case of Gemini ascendant people. Now let's talk about Cancer ascendant people. For Cancer ascendant means that Cancer zodiac sign in their first house. So where they will have Aries sign, let's go back one house, that is 10th house. Jump to from 11 to 10th. So 4 in the first house, number 3 in their 12th, number 2 in their 11th, and Aries is coming in their 10th house. Cancer ascendant people, basically these are emotional people. They compromise They adjust because you don't know their ascendant carries the water element. So water takes the shape of a tumbler in which it is occupied. So these are adjustable. They are compromised. They have that water energy in their personality. But 10th house, they have Aries zodiac sign. So that is the area where they are very aggressive, full of determination, always ready to accept challenge physically at workplace, because 10th house is our karam bhumi, is the house where we do job, where we do business, or any kind of work to earn our livelihood. That is 10th house. So for Cancer ascendant people, their work is their ego, their work atmosphere. Their work atmosphere. When they are at work, as if they are physically, their physical being is connected with it. Their self-image, their personality, their character sketch, everything is at stake when they are at work. So something positive. So they are completely involved physically or in totality when they are at work. They have a very aggressive approach. If somebody create problem at work, they become violent. They cannot tolerate. They cannot adjust. And their attitude is to be at anyhow I should win the race, or I should be the best at my work or in my business. So there is a possibility of that ego clash with their bosses, with their colleagues, or at their work atmosphere. There could be a possibility of ego clash. So they need to monitor their Aries energy when they are at work. But they can use it positively or creatively. They can use their physical energy creatively at work to prove themselves their best, that they are best. So they have to be very they are very aggressive. Their let go attitude will not make them successful. The only problem with these people is that when they are at work place, or when they are involved in any sort of work, do not create problem in their life. Do not create problem when they are at work. Do not create obstacles. They will not tolerate. They will pull the sword and start fighting with you. You know, the Aries energy, fire element, Mars energy. They can even, I'm just giving you an example. It's not happening actually. They can even kill. If somebody creates lot of problem in their life, at work in particular. So for Cancer ascendant people, their 10th house is their ego. They connect their ego with their 10th house. Okay, so it means they can fight with their bosses, with their colleagues, or for their bosses, for their colleagues, or for their business or for their work, both ways. But their aggressive approach is confirmed. So they need to manage their ego and at work. The best way to manage is to be very creative with their physical attributes. Okay, so that is the area of concern, and all the positive and negative factors are available in this case also. But then this house is their ego trip for Cancer ascendant people. They want to prove themselves the best when they are at work. So friends, subscribe my channel, share my channel. This channel will help you to come out of all the fears, superstitions of or any kind of doubts. The purpose of my purpose to share all these astrology lesson is to help you to know the purpose of astrology. Existence has made us in a certain way. We, first of all, the very first step, we should be thorough about that. We should have thorough knowledge what exists, what treasure is hidden, which existence has gifted us. If existence, right now, we are now going through this ego trip. So, if for Gemini ascendant and Cancer ascendant, if the 11th and 10th house is connected with their ego and the Mars energy and the fire elements, so they need to be very creative with these two houses. That is the best way you can use your fire energy, your Mars energy to create revolution in the society, in your life and others' life. So, thank you, friends.